Hey guys, thanks for tuning in this video. If you're not new to my channel, you're probably wondering where have I been for the last 2 months, as I posted several videos in March and then just disappeared. One, and the biggest news is that I actually just had my third child, and I'm super happy, excited that she's here. But so that took obviously a lot of my time, as I have 3 kids. Also have work, so there's just a lot going on. The second thing is I've actually been working on a new project called Product Lamb, which I want to show you guys and give you a quick preview. It is not complete by any means, but I want to try this building in public trend that's going on, and hopefully I get some good feedback and it will keep me honest so that I build a better product. So if you're interested in content like this, maybe you hit that like button and possibly subscribe to the channel. But anyway, let me show you what I've been working on. Alright guys, so hope you guys can hear me. FYI, got a new iPhone and it doesn't take a lightning cable anymore, so my mic doesn't work. So using the iPhone. So this is gonna be a quick little look at what I'm building. This is Product Lamb right here. Pretty much what I am trying to do is simulate 60 to 80% of what a real product manager would do at a startup or a bigger tech company would do. And the whole goal of a product manager is to make sure, again, I'm not one, but pretty much wants to make sure we are really planning out the work we're doing, and we are really looking into the features and work that we're doing, and making sure that we are making progress and working on the right things and keeping the team accountable. That's a pretty rough summary of what they do. What I'm looking to do is automate some of that and simulate that with an AI product manager for one, your own personal projects, and also for startups that maybe can't afford the 70 to 120K salary for a product manager. Because I do value them and I don't want to replace them. I just want to offer their services for people who can't afford them. And I think it'd be an interesting perspective for people working on their personal projects or even small startups too, to be able to have one, and use one versus just willy-nilly doing things or have to managing it themselves. That is what a summary of what I'm looking to do with this project. The reason I did that is because, again, my project is Talo. It's a mobile app that helps you learn about specific cultures to feel more connected to them. If you maybe got married into a culture, or you have kids that are mixed, or whatever the reason might be. My wife is Samoan, so my kids are Samoan, so that's why I built the app. And while it is on the App Store right now, check it out. I feel like planning has really gotten in the way and it kind of burnt me out. And while I value it, there's a lot of things that I don't want to do or I feel like I can automate. And I think if I can add another team member to my solo team, it would be awesome. So that's why I started building it. And after going on Reddit and Twitter and different places, and I actually this time did surveys and interviews with developers to kind of just see would they use this. A good majority of people said they wouldn't. So that's why I ended up starting to build it. And I really wanted to use this project to actually build something faster. With Talo, it took me like 9-10 months. With this one, I wanted to be out in 3 months. I'm a little past that, and if I get this out in a month, it'll be 4 months for the MVP. So that's what we're doing. So I actually am not going to just only show you that screen, show you a little bit. So this is ClickUp, a tool that I like to use. There's Jira, there's Asana, there's a bunch. And this is just showing how we generated some tasks in there using Product Lamb. Now, again, you can do this yourself, but sometimes what I felt like is that you run into where it gets mundane and you're spending a lot of time trying to make this look good and keep things up to date when you can be using that time to code, especially if you're working on things on the weekends or you're a CEO for a startup. You have other things that you could be doing. So this is an example of us manually creating these tasks for you. But we take a step forward where we look at feedback, we look at bugs in your GitHub issues, we look at stuff that your team might have reported, work that they've done in the past, and take all this types of context to give you really good suggestions of work you should do. And then based off of that, we also go through like a simulated sprint planning session like you would do at a startup, where you actually say, hey, here's some things that we think we should do, here's some things in the backlog, do you want to bring these in? Based off the feedback, here's some suggestions that we should do. Here's some things that we think are good, but let's move them back later and do them at a different time. And we kind of have a simulated sprint planning session. So again, the whole goal is for you to feel like you have another team member on your team. And the goal is honestly that you don't use this every day and you just get, whether it's a couple of times a week, you will interact with this software, and maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on your sprint planning iteration. You just do a sprint planning session. It generates all the stuff in whatever tool you want to use, and then your team can just use the tool that they already use. We're not trying to replace Jira or anything like that. We're trying to manage it for you. And just to show you a demo, this is, I'm not going to share the whole application, but this is a brief glimpse where everything in UI is still up for grabs. But here's a bunch of sprints. I have it on daily right now, so I can demo what it would look like. But this is one that I had a sprint planning session earlier, and here's all these tasks that were decided that we will be working on. And as you can see, I'm using Notion for this project, and it created those for me in here. And we also are monitoring the statuses and changes so that your dashboard also stays up to date with this. One cool feature I'm working on right now is I like the idea of note taking. A lot of times you have these ideas that you forget, or you have them all over the place. So anywhere in the application, no matter what tab you are, what page you're on, there's this widget. You can create a note and throw them in there. So I think that's cool as well, which we can also use that as context for suggestions for work for you to do. I'm not going to show you the whole application because I'll show you more as things go, and there's certain screens that don't look that great. There's some analytics in here, there's good documentation in here, there's a bunch of integrations that you can do. So there's a lot in here that I'm not going to show. I just kind of wanted to show you the core of it. What are we doing? And what that will be is managing your Jira or your Notion or your ClickUp for you. And we will remind you every week or 2 weeks, hey, it's your sprint planning session. This is how much work you got done. A lot of analytical stuff for you so you can improve on your process and how much work you're doing. So I hope this is kind of interesting, and I hope I'm expressing this in a way that you guys can understand what I'm working on. It was also kind of cool is that I've actually started trying to reach out on Twitter just to kind of see if people be interested. And I actually thought mostly it would be indie hackers or people that are working on personal projects, maybe trying to get a job, whatever. But I've actually have gotten communication with an actual startup, so that's kind of cool and a good sign, because I'm in communication with the CEO and the other co-founder to kind of see if Product Lamb is a good fit for them. So I think that is a good sign that not only just people like maybe on YouTube or someone would try it out, but actual startup would. And I've had so many people actually say that they would use this if it really works. So I'm hoping this turns into something. Not really sure how far this goes, but yep, this is what I have been working on. So there you guys have it. That is a quick little preview of Product Lamb and what I've been working on. I am hoping to actually launch this thing within the next 30 days. I'm super excited about it. I'm actually personally using it on one Product Lamb on itself, which is kind of cool, and then also Talo. But I'm hoping some of you guys will try it out too. If you're open to being a beta tester or being one of the first users on the platform, comment below and I'll get in touch with you. Otherwise, I still appreciate any feedback. So if you have any criticism, as long as it's constructive, drop it below as well. But you'll be seeing a video like this probably once a week, just explaining my progress on the application and just sharing what I've been working on. So thank you again. I will be more consistent going forward now that I have more free time. If you like this video and you want to see others like it, really appreciate it if you subscribe. And if you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.